Okay. While I've got connection going, I thought I'd do a couple of videos. This one here is like a fill-in. It's more for funcom. It's a list of issues slash bugs, game breaking or not, that need fixing. And straight off the bat, as my previous video said, going into the bazaar, we need a re-roll slash scroll option in the store, so we don't have to wait 3 days, 7 hours to get rid of the shit we have already owned, or are we never going to buy. I want the shit I want to buy, not this crap. Stop with the FOMO. Anyone who's wondering, FOMO, fear of missing out, it's a ploy companies do to go, okay, this car or this item or this whatever is available for certain lengths of time. If you do not buy it now, you cannot get it. That's FOMO, and that's what they are doing. They say they are not, but they are. They are 100% doing that. The person who said that is a good idea needs to be fired. It is not a good idea. It is a bad idea. This is not Fortnite. It's Conan. Now, I'm down here, like in my previous stream. We just killed some goblins. If you look up, you can see sky is dark, rocks are bright. Past these pylons, it's now night time. Come back down. It is now daytime. It's a lighting bug. It's all over the fucking place on Isla Sipta. Sinner's Refuge. On the mainland, there is a small section just at the front that has the same bug. So it's not just Isla Sipta. And it's not internet connection before anyone says it. Offline games do exactly the same thing. Loading issues. The black textures or white textures, whatever it happens to be, that is still an issue. Isla Sipta, the toothpick trees, or the bushfire scenery, as is also known amongst my friends. For any Americans that are wondering, or any non-Australians, a bush is a forest slash jungle. Outback. When you see those trees up there, and they've got leaves, but the big ones, which you can't quite see, that just over there, are just big sticks, pointy sticks, like a toothpick. It doesn't look good. Doors. Not loading. If you're going to load the wall in, and the door frame, load the door in at the same time, please. Dear God. It doesn't matter if the other shit takes that little bit longer to load in. But if I'm running from something, or I'm in a rush to get my character in base, and I've got to run up to my front door, stop, and stand there for what could be up to 2 minutes for a door to pop in. Just so I can open the door to get in. Not good enough. On the mainland, not been able to place thralls, or command thralls, or have thralls follow you in the north. That is a game-breaking bug. I've done a video about it. Watch the video. It all talks about it. Talking about how, you know, certain areas you can, certain areas you can't play stuff. I'm gonna hazard a guess because I'm the do with the events. Because it's not a straight line. Behind the Black Keep, you cannot place or move or command a thrall. But if you go directly to the right, don't go north or go south, but directly to the right or left, there are spots that you can place them. But if you go further north, all of a sudden you can't. And there are some spots, if you go south, you cannot place them, or command them, or move them. And when 3 people on the server have bases in the north, we cannot do anything with our thralls. If we move them, if we get them to follow, we're going to lose those thralls. Because they will not follow, they disappear and they go AFK. That's the only way to explain it. I had a thrall go AFK, MIA, whatever you call it, for an hour and a half. I had to kill myself and then break the bond with it. I could not rescue it because it had recently been in combat. Apparently, an hour and a half ago when I last saw it, that was when, since then it's been in combat. With what? I don't know, the spirits in the other dimension it was in? I don't know. but shit loading in. Bodies disappearing. Double clicking on items, or the wheel popping up. Double clicking on items when you go up to a chest and you go square to open, and it goes open close. So no, open. When you go up to something and instead of going click and getting that menu pop up, you click and you get that menu pop up. That is a bug, and that is annoying as hell, especially when it's on a door. You just want to go through the door because it's finally loaded in, and you get that wheel pop up. It's like, I don't want to dismantle it. I just want to open it. So I'm not going to go through every single, but that was a quick list of the ones that are like really annoying. There are lots more. Like the fact that the Pictish Right boots are still in the incorrect table. You cannot make the Pictish Right boots in level 1 benches. You need a level 2 bench to make the Pictish Right boots. That's still a problem. But when you cannot place anything in the north when it comes to thralls, command them, move them, have them follow, it's a no-go zone. And there's no clear line on where it is. It's just in the north somewhere. If you're going north, don't take a thrall. If you live in the north, do not touch your thralls. Isla Sipta. I'm in the middle of night time. It's brighter than daylight down here. The other day when I died inside the dungeon, and I had no corpse. I died to nothing, but yet it said I died to a goblet. And I had no corpse. I recalled the corpse. Nothing came. I recalled it twice. Both times. Nothing came. And the fact that I could recall it a second time says it didn't turn up the first time. Where did my corpse go? Waiting for shit to load in. They're going to say, oh yeah, the streaming, yeah. That's fine and all. Keep us informed on the progress, whatever you're doing with the streaming engine. And if you can prioritize the walls over the benches, include the doors. The doors are part of the walls. So when my door frame loads in, I can then see my door and open my door to go through my door, instead of hitting an invisible one and bouncing backwards and forwards. The store. We need a re-roll or a scroll system. I don't care which. Both if possible. I should better go into here. Bazaar. Oh, I own or am never going to buy any of that. Let's press a button. I know. Left and right and D-pad while in this square here, for example. Or the shoulder buttons. L1, L2 or something. Because L1 and L2 is used. R2 and L2 is used. Square's not used. Tap square. Have it scroll around. What's the next one that's going to be in this square? What's the next one that's going to be in that square? Next one that's in that square. Because that square, the only things I do not own are those stupid stickers. I'm not buying them. I'm not buying the stickers. I already own it. I'm not buying the dog and I'm not buying the stickers. I already own them. I already own them. I have to sit here for 3 days, 7 hours for a full store reroll. The only thing right now there's a saving grace of this system is that all of them are 3 days, 7 hours. So in nearly a week, the big one will change. But the bad thing with this system is it could change to something. They could move the war-torn ruins into the big square. The 2 armor pieces I want that are not coming up in the store, the chances of them turning up in these, hopeful is it's got a chance, because it's all of them, there's a chance that at least one of them will be this armor set or clothing piece. But if shit from the previous ones, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, Exhibit D, they're all from the previous battle passes. They're all from the previous chapters. If I have to now contend with everything that has come out prior, that a lot of them have bought, is going to take up this big slot. And there's only, what, 2 items of clothing that I would like to buy. Those 2 items of clothing have got to compete with everything that's come out previously that I either already own or am not buying. Do you see the problem? So I'm out of here. Again, internet is up in the air. It's going to end up being, I'm not going to have internet for a while. So, thank you Australian government. Thank you corporations for fucking my life over. When greed overwrites customer satisfaction, or, you know, decency and, you know, all that sort of shit. Yeah. When a corporation like Vodafone, I'm calling them out from now on, by the way, Vodafone, can fuck someone's connection around and then make them do dances, doing tests, doing all this shit for a month, putting them through stress of, I cannot stream, I cannot update a game, I could not check my emails, I could not check on any appointments, I could not check the news, all this stuff that requires an internet connection, because everything is internet dependent, because some scumbag company want me to pay more money, and instead of a month prior going, a new company would like to take over these accounts, and your monthlies is going up by $10. No, instead they're gonna fuck your connection, make you dance for a month, and go, oh, by the way, all that testing, all that jumping through hoops, all that rearranging, all that sleepless nights you had because you were so stressed, we done that on purpose because we want to charge you $10 extra a month. That is a scumbag, disgusting, low-life move. And then trying to find somebody else that can either... I do not trust the NBN, which is the Australian version of the global infrastructure of internet. It's the National Broadband Network. The cable system itself is a government-funded thing, or a taxpayers-funded thing. But then each individual company, so your local internet provider, would then jack off, or jack into, or run through this NBN system to give you your connection. So you pay them for their modem and the connection to the NBN. And when the NBN isn't placing it in any way, and the NBN says the connection is fine, but your internet provider is going, no, there's a problem, we've got to test it, we've got to do this, you've got to move your modem, you've got to change your modem, you've got to change your settings for a month. And then they go, oh yeah, no, we're doing it because we want you to pay more money. It's like, fuck you. And then they turn around and go, all the other providers will use the same NBN. I've been burnt twice on NBN by providers. How am I supposed to trust NBN connection if the last 2 providers have been dog shit? And I'm not talking about, oh, a 5 or 10 megabyte drop in speed. I'm talking about disconnects. I'm talking about running at 2 megabytes a second, when you should be running at minimum of 50. Where's the guarantees of a minimum of this? The guarantees of no more than these amount of drops. It's a cabled connection. It should never have any issues. They're going to say, oh, but when lots of people use it. It's like, yeah, you can expect a maybe 5 or 10 megabyte drop. A 25% loss in speed is one thing. A 90% drop in speed is a completely different thing. A dropout is a completely different thing. One dropout every couple of months, once a month, once a year, that's fine. Dropping out once every couple of days, while also getting 2 megabytes a second, That's not good enough. And when you turn around and try and blame the occupant or the receiver of the internet for that shit, and you are solely the one fucking with the connection, that's a dirty move, and that is why I cannot trust NBN. And yet all the providers in my country use the NBN. I tried Starlink. It was dog shit. It's gone back. And the drop-off point laughed because it wasn't the first. The new, in brackets, 5G wireless internet that are rolling out apparently isn't available at my house. I've got 5G on my phone. Actually, I don't think I do. I think I've got 4G on my phone. It's an old phone. I use it for phone calls. It's like, what the hell? But my brother's phone's got 5G. All the others got 5G. They get anywhere between 50 to 100 megabytes a second. I'd be happy with it, 50 to 100 megabytes a second. If it stays around about the 50 megabytes a second, with a high of 100, with next to no dropouts, I would commend that company. So yeah, I'm out of here. Catch you next time. See yous.